Hey guys, it's Mike Hansen, and I want to address a question that I've been getting quite often in our social media channels, and that is, what is one thing that I can do either in the gym or outside the gym for my body that's going to improve my game? And my answer is always improve your setup posture. I've seen it over and over through my clients that if you improve your setup posture and get into a good athletic posture with your joints aligned the way they're supposed to be, it can improve so many different faults that you might have in your swing. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 top ways to get a better setup posture in your golf game. Alright, so this first one is probably the most important. It's called a hip hinge. So a lot of people will, when they set up to the ball, they'll hinge from their thoracic spine, or they'll bend over this way to get down to the ball. And what you need to do to set up for a good posture is actually hinge from your hip joint. So, and some people, you hear them say bend from the waist, but you don't want to bend from the waist either. You want to bend from the hip joint. So one of the best things that you can do is you're going to put your driver, put the shaft on your head, and then the other one on your butt. And you're going to try it. You don't need to flatten it completely, your back, but you're just going to try and get it pretty flat so you can get it here. And then you're going to bend forward, keeping your head and your butt to the stick. And when you bend forward, you're going to feel your hips are going to go backwards. So if you tend to come forward and you do this, that's one where you're bending from the thoracic spine, and that's the most common. Or if you have one where you're going like this, it could be that you have some limitation in your neck. So really try and keep that head and butt pinned against the stick or the club that you're using, and then you're going to push your hips back, bending your knees slightly. Feel like you're going to go down as far as you can, keeping the stick or the club against your butt and your head. And then if you can't get down that far, just kind of keep working your way down as you get more flexible. And tip number 2 is the ability to do a pelvic tilt. And I know this looks funny because we get it from all our clients when we have them try to do this, but the thing you want to try and do is you want to hold your upper body stable and your lower body stable, so you no movement from the thoracic or the knees. And you're just going to arch your back this way, and then you're going to tuck under. So what a lot of times we'll see is people, when they tuck under, they end up folding like this. So we want to avoid that. So try that and see if you can do that without arching your back or moving your knees forward this way. And I suggest you look into a mirror, because a lot of people think they're doing it, but they really aren't. If you can't do that, there's 3 really good ways to try and do that. The first thing is you want the ground to provide the stability for you, so you get down on your hands and knees. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. We call it cats and dogs. Some yoga people call it cats and cows, but you're going to have your head up and your butt out, creating that arch in the back, and then you're going to do the cat, tucking the butt under and head down. So one thing you want to avoid is when you come down this way, you don't want your knees to go forward this way. You want to keep your hips aligned over your knees. You're going to push your butt up, head up, and then back this way. So we have the ground adding stability. And then if you can do that well and you got that, then we're going to use the club, and we're going to hold on to the club and let the club provide some stability to the upper back. And you're going to arch and then tuck under, holding on to a club. And if you find that's a little bit hard, you can hold on to a solid surface and do the same thing. So I'm holding on to this where it's solid, and you're going to arch and then flatten that way. And that can add some stability. So the ability to pelvic tilt is going to do wonders for helping you get into the posture and make your golf game a lot better. Okay, then the last one is actually a tip to set up into a good athletic posture after you've done the forward hip hinge and the pelvic tilt. So now what we're going to do is you're going to take your club, and when you stand in posture, you're going to stand tall, put the club right on your hip bone. You're going to push your hands back and look like you're looking over the edge of a building. So that's going to give you a good hip hinge position. And then from here, you just put the club down and then slight bend in the knees. And then you can move your weight back and forth and get it to the balls of your feet. So that is going to help you to get all your joints aligned so they move a lot better and help you stay more stable and actually move better. So that's the last one. If you try those 3 things, get into a good posture, it's going to help you to move a lot better in your golf swing. All right, so those are the 3 things that I always use with my clients when they ask me, how do I get in better posture, or I'm losing my posture on my backswing, how can I get better aligned? Those are my 3 go-tos. So you want to make sure that you can hip hinge, that you can pelvic tilt, and then you can feel a good posture when you set up. So try those and let me know what happens.